Mark your calendars. OPM singer-songwriter Clara Benin is set to stage a concert this September 22 for her sophomore album, Befriending My Tears. Now, joining us here on New Day is the Philippines' indie darling herself, Clara Benin. Good morning to you, Clara.
Good morning, Clara.
Wow, take a look at that.
Thanks for having me.
It's nice to have ano ka ba ngayon? Gen Z, no? Gen Z. Gen Z with us.
Millennial pa rin naman.
Yes, nakaka-relate pala tayo. So yeah, we're all in the same boat.
But sure. This was a long time coming, Clara.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was.
I mean, okay, so your first album came in 2015, and then you had 3 EPs in between before this album came out. Tell me about the album, inspiration, and, you know, long time from one debut to another.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So this album is called Befriending My Tears, and it's essentially just learning to believe in yourself, and you know, it's hard to believe that other people believe in you if you don't believe in yourself first, or if you don't love yourself first. So yeah, that's
How long did it take you to write the album?
I think I started writing around 2020.
So it's just pandemic. So a lot of them was like more introspective
Yes,
and very healing. I guess a very healing song.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe, though, somebody who lives in the public eye and who expresses so much and shares so much of herself or of themselves. And you have titles like Befriending My Tears. You've got Imposter Syndrome. You've got
Standing Still.
Do I really know what I do? I really know how to sing.
I like this one. Don't hurt yourself trying to get it back. I mean, I love it. It's like,
Thank you.
For somebody who's had the success and really has the reputation that you have, you seem to have a lot of self-doubt, Clara.
I think we all do,
Yeah,
like, to
we
be
all do,
honest.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know, songwriting has always been like therapy for
Yeah,
me.
seems to be
It's
very
like my
therapeutic.
way of making sense of this world.
Let me assure you, you have nothing to worry about.
No, you know, you come from, you know,
Obviously,
a musical
background.
family. I think
Yeah.
there's a track on there which you wrote, I think in 2016. You performed it with your dad. What is it like working with your dad? And how much of a help or hindrance is it to have such a prominent figure in music, your father?
I don't think it's a hindrance at all. It's been very helpful. You know, my dad's so knowledgeable in music and also in like the music industry. He's been there. He's done everything. So I always it's so nice to have like someone like him who I can just run to whenever I have questions about music or anything.
Did you have any influences or inspirations with this particular album? Because earlier, during the break, I was actually telling you in front of them that I was listening to some tracks. It was like Taylor Swifty or mala Olivia Rodrigo. Not as maangst sila, but yung basing on own personal experience and people can actually relate who's going through the same experiences.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. That's a huge compliment. I'm a huge fan of theirs. My influences in this album, definitely Taylor Swift. I love Joni Mitchell. She's one of my favorite songwriters. And who else? Yeah, a lot, I guess.
Well, now, Befriending Your Tears, of course, Paula mentioned already some of the songs on this album. Is there one particular song that you are kumbaga, more attached to or something that you could relate most to? Or lahat? Parang mahanap yun, di ba? Bawal magkaroon ng favorite.
Alam ko meron dito may favorite.
Ay, hindi ako.
Ano ba favorite nyo?
Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that. Yes.
May particular ka bang pinapatamaan sa mga songs or wala naman?
Wala naman.
She loves them all.
Okay. If there's a particular track, I know, you know when ako, I have a dog, ito cats, ito mga anak. Ikaw, songs parang yun yung babies nyo eh. Di ba? You work on it, you spend time, sweat,
Give birth
effort.
to it pretty
Exactly.
much, right?
So is there a particular baby or song that is parang favorite mo?
Wala talaga.
question.
But I think
Inuuli ko lang.
like kids, I think they tend to grow, develop, change the flavor, their meaning, sort of. I don't
years,
know,
no?
through the
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Is there maybe that's a more appropriate question? Is there something that you wrote that meant something back then that has a different meaning now, or even sounds different? I think we're talking about some of your releases, which are part of this album. Go as far back as 2016. I think the song that you wrote with your dad, in particular, does it sound different now or mean something different now after many years have passed?
I think it has. That song is called Momentary, and I think it just, the meaning has evolved.
Yeah.
I feel like it's evolved with me. I feel like I've grown so much since then. That was like 7 years ago. And yeah, it's still like very meaningful to me, especially now that I'm a lot older.
You have grown so much. I mean, being in the industry, but not yet a decade. We're approaching that milestone, and,
there.
and you have already done so much. I mean, you have all of these albums, the EP, huge performances, Billboard. I mean, in New York. I mean, Times Square. I mean, that is so
Grabe.
incredible. What would you say would be your most memorable or defining moment so far till today?
Gosh, I don't know. Maybe I think a lot of like my defining moments happen like behind the scenes. For me, it was when I finished all my songs and I like submitted them to my producer for mastering. Like that was defining for me.
So your concert is coming up September 22nd at the Music Museum. Without giving away too much to your fans, but what can they expect, or we can expect, for those attending your concert?
Well, I'll be performing all the songs from the album and also just a few favorites from the past. Yeah, so that's gonna be the first time I'm gonna be performing all the songs. And
Special guest daw. May hindi, sabi ng producer namin, may special guest. Hindi mo pwede sabihin.
yes,
Si Paula Brera.
Oh, you don't want that.
Would you have any guess? Are you allowed to say? Or
I think I'm allowed to say
Yeah.
one.
Okay, go.
And he's the most special, I think, and it's my dad.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
there you go.
Well, that is something to look forward to, and of course, tickets are selling out fast. Where can we get the tickets?
Yes, you can get the tickets on smtickets.com.
Okay.
there you go.
There you go. We'll flash. The details are up on
There it is.
screen.
You're
Go
right.
ahead, grab your tickets. It's going to
Befriending
be an
My
awesome
Tears.
concert.
Yeah, Clara Benin.
Okay.
Yeah.